Good afternoon, Dr. Charlie Ware here. I want to apologize for being completely late for my 5:15 time, so I want to apologize again. I was in a meeting brainstorming about some great things that are to come with Healing Wellness Global, but that's another conversation. You're here because you want to know about the top six vitamins for a chronic disease patient. So this is going to be a broad spectrum conversation. This is not anything that's going to be disease specific. I'm going to discuss a few of them here and there, but it's really a broad spectrum. So let's start with the first one. And if you've been joining us for the last few Facebook Lives, I've been really diving into detoxing or allergies and things like that. Things that, are affecting us on a daily basis. And I'm trying to, again, give you information that's going to help alleviate a lot of the signs and symptoms of your chronic situation. Not saying cure, because again, we're not here to cure anybody, because I can't say that. But more importantly, I want you to have alleviation of your pain, your allergies, or whatever it may be. Good afternoon, Miss Mosley Carter. How are we doing this afternoon? And good afternoon, Miss Forrest, and a few others that are online. Glad to see you guys. Give me thumbs ups and also some shares. We love to have you guys here, and also keep sending me your questions. I am not afraid to answer your questions because of the fact that I'm doing this because I want to add value to you guys' life and also help you take care of yourself and also your family. It's very, very, very important for me to continue to do this, and that's why I do it every day, either in between patients or after I finish seeing patients. Every day I try to get in here and help you guys out. So let's start. One of the vitamins you hear me say often that people are lacking in any chronic disease because of medications, because of either medications and or a metabolism issue, is going to be B vitamins. The reason why is a lot of inflammation that occurs in our body occurs in our gut. We think that a lot of pain starts, they say in our joints or whatever, but it usually starts in our gut. And across our transverse colon. I'm looking down to see if you guys can see transverse colon's right here. This is where we absorb a lot of our B vitamins, but we also find that we have too much inflammation in our gut, either because of dietary situations or because of that particular disease. So if we can't absorb those B vitamins, we are truly being deficient in our B vitamins. From a sickle cell standpoint, we know folate acid, I will not say folic acid because it's not a synthetic, folate acid is one of the reasons why we have some of those enzymatic issues and not having the red blood cells stay together. And if we look at cardiac disease, we see that B vitamins are a huge issue because that's why a lot of times you have that nerve pain that goes into our arms or into our gut or into our hips and legs, along with also with diabetes. It's been shown that individuals with diabetic neuropathy, 90% of them actually have diabetic neuropathy because they're not absorbing their B vitamins. And by taking large doses of B vitamins, in particular like a good methyl B or B6 and B3, added together with B12 and also folate acid, it's been shown to actually curb the effects of neuropathy. So any chronic disease patient, a B vitamin is going to be a phenomenal thing for them to start taking. So that's one. The second one is magnesium. Everyone knows magnesium is good for cramping and things of that sort. But long story short, the research shows that, I'm sorry, my notes confused, 75% of individuals with any sort of cardiac issues, that's including high blood pressure, that includes, palpitations, that includes any sort of cardiac issues, they're deficient in magnesium. It's also been shown that even young kids in adolescents, a lot of them are like hyperactive or have learning issues because of the fact that they're so deficient in their magnesium and magnesium alone. So again, get a good magnesium. People may ask me how much someone should be on. I'm trying to answer those in different questions because again, some of the figures that I want to put up, I didn't put up because I was rushing here to do it. So I apologize. I'll try to have that in the question and answer section. But magnesium is the second one because of the fact that most individuals are deficient in their magnesium because the cardiac issues and or just because you got to understand today's food. Today's food, we are one of the most overeaten and under-malnourished nations in the world. We have nothing in our food these days. So it's another reason why magnesium is a huge one that's actually lacking in a bunch of individuals. The third one that I say most individuals with chronic disease need to have, because I haven't even started to mention things about the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is huge. Most ladies that I know, as they start to go through menopause, what start to happen is they start to lose a lot of their thyroid function. Some ladies actually start to experience that later, earlier in life when they start going through puberty. But one of the main reasons why people start to go through these issues realistically is because they're lacking iodine in their diet. You gotta understand what iodine is. Iodine is a trace mineral that is actually used to help to stabilize the parathyroid. 90% of the time, no, so I keep saying 90%, about 60 to 70% of the times when we have these thyroid issues, not our thyroid gland itself, is the parathyroid, which is like the cascading or the control gate to other hormones inside the body. You gotta understand that the parathyroid controls a lot of the gonad or sex hormones, and the thyroid controls other hormones that happen inside the body as well. So the iodine, or deficiency in iodine, back in the day, people would get those real big goiters on the side of their neck. Those were tumors because of the fact that you were lacking the iodine inside the system to help deal with that. So iodine is something that I tell patients to definitely, if you feel as if you're weak or your hormones are a little bit displaced, iodine is one of the reasons why it may be. It can be as simple as you eating seaweed on a daily basis, or you can put, they have these little seaweed flakes you can put on your food. You can definitely get the supplement itself, or you can get it through increasing your vitamin D, D3, which is another one, which will be the next one I'll talk about. Increasing your D3 so it can actually uptake more iodine inside your system as well. So it's pretty simple to get iodine in your food. And also the other one is to either get the Himalayan or the Celtic, C-E-L-T-I-C, Celtic sea salt, which has about 120 different trace minerals, including iodine and zinc, magnesium, inside of your system on a daily basis. And thank you, Ms. Forrest, for saying that I'm giving you great information. I'm trying to, again, just give you as much information as I can so you guys can have the best life you guys can have as well. Let's go ahead and jump to the fourth one, vitamin D3. Huge, write-ups about it constantly for the last, I say, 10 or 15 years. A lot of doctors have started getting to, prescribing anywhere from 5,000 to 50,000 IUs of this on a daily basis. The reason why they weren't really for sure, they were just knowing that people were deficient in their vitamin D, and they were just having different issues. Now the research shows that if you're deficient in vitamin D, especially as a chronic pain patient, they can actually increase your pain levels. The same thing for the B vitamins as well. If you're deficient in those, it can actually cause more pain. But D3 actually helps the iodine or the thyroid hormones, as well as help different brain functions as well as it helps the gut to help to decrease the amount of mucus you have inside there as well. So vitamin D is huge for also being precursors for stopping a lot of the cancers inside of our body. So it's one of those things where people weren't aware of why they were taking so much D vitamins, but now you know why. Is one of those gateway vitamins that you need in your system to function and to get rid of infections, to get rid of cancer cells, and also to make different hormones to produce themselves properly inside the body as well. As African Americans, we have melanin in our skin. I've said this before, we have melanin in our skin, so we can get vitamin D. As soon as you walk outside, you have about 5 million or 50 million units of vitamin D that's being shot at you or your body is trying to release. A lot of times what happens is this: you have this makeup on your face, as women and some men have makeup on their face, and they have the sunblock inside of it. What happens is that sunblock is not allowing to absorb as much as you want to or you need to. And because we have melanin in our skin as African Americans, we need to be out in the sun at least an hour and a half a day to get the daily dose of vitamin D we can naturally get from the sun. Caucasians and other races only have to be outside for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to actually get the full daily dose of vitamin D. But again, a lot of times they actually put the sunblock on to block that stuff. So if you go for a walk on a daily basis, phenomenal, you're getting that vitamin D, and you will see how your body sort of starts to respond a little bit different. You get that energy boost. You also get that feeling of well-being, not because you went for a walk, but because your body is naturally producing different hormones because of the amount of vitamin D you also have as well. You prescribe 30,000 units of vitamin D. Exactly. A lot of these individuals, the 30,000 it sounds like a lot, but again, if you walk out in the sun, you're going to release between 5 million and 50 million units of vitamin D naturally inside your system. So yeah. And if it's a synthetic form of the vitamin D, you might want to try to move to a more natural form of it. I tend to like mega foods or innate Pure Encapsulations, I like their stuff, as well as Nordic Nutritionals, I like their stuff as well. So you might want to look at a different brand from taking that amount as well. That was number 4, was vitamin D. Let's move on to our old friend, our old classic vitamin C. Why do I say vitamin C is still a very, very, very sufficient vitamin to have in your system? It's still one of the best antioxidants out there. I mean, I know people say, oh, blueberries or a bunch of these other things that you actually have out there, but vitamin C is still one of the best antioxidants out there. And the reason why, you can actually, I'm not going to tell you that story, but vitamin C has been used even in cancer situations where you can actually heal yourself from cancers. There's a lot of research with that. Vitamin C has been used to definitely help with different chronic issues. I mean, scurvy. Scurvy was a huge issue back in the day, and they just took, just ate oranges and scurvy went away. The reason why the vitamin C put that much antioxidants inside the body that the body was bombarded with too many of the good cells and got rid of the bad cells. And that's the main reason why the vitamin C is so important. What happens is, as the cells start to break down in the body, it has no place to go. If you're not eating properly, not drinking properly, the dead cells, they're supposed to sit there for a while and they don't have a place to be flushed out, or they start to basically tell the other cells to not produce as much or as plentiful as they should. When you take vitamin C, it actually helps to attach those dead cells to itself and flush it out your system. It's been shown in vivo, which means like in a petri dish, and it's shown and also naturally inside our own bodies as well. Vitamin C is still huge. A liposomal vitamin C or ascorbic acid, which is another form of vitamin C, is phenomenal to actually take. I even have some of my patients even do. If they're having some issues with chronic infections or issues with the gut, I'll have my patients take anywhere from 2,000 up to 4,000 units of vitamin C every 3 or 4 hours, and that helps to clean the gut out a lot faster. And I tell them to start backing off, maybe like 1,000 units until they stop going to the bathroom or stop having diarrhea or bowel movements, and then you start to take that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and that's a phenomenal detox that I tell my patients to do on a constant basis. We see the results over and over and over again. That again, the plain old vitamin C, the end all be all that everyone's so tired of hearing about, will still definitely work for you as well. Excuse me for a second. And the number 6 reason why I say this vitamin is going to be good for you, and a lot of individuals, they may have heard of it but not really know why, is the CoQ10 or ubiquitol. I prefer ubiquitol, which is another form of CoQ10. Brain. It's been shown that ubiquitol or CoQ10 is one of those things that's great for the heart as well as the brain. It's the only neurotransmitter, or let's say vitamin, that's been shown directly linked to helping the heart health and also the brain health as well. Think about it now. I've already given you information about different OTC or over-the-counter pain medications like ibuprofen, also acetaminophen, that's been linked to having issues with Parkinson's disease as well as Alzheimer's as well. This CoQ10 has been shown to actually help to clean off a lot of neurons and make the brain function on a higher level. So I'm a huge fan of CoQ10 as well. You have students, make sure you give them a good dose of the CoQ10 or ubiquitol, because of the fact that it's going to help them think more clear. It's help bring more oxygen to the brain, things of that sort. So that's my top 6, guys, that I think that anybody with chronic situations should be taking, because of the fact that a lot of these medications are causing B vitamin deficiencies. It's causing cardio plaque to actually occur. It's causing the body not to basically uptake the proper nutrients as well, because I didn't even say anything about getting the trace mineral complexes, but that's just a given. But the vitamin C is a great way for your body to get enough antioxidants to combat a lot of side effects of the medications, as well as the way to protect the brain is the CoQ10 and also the ubiquitol. So I try to give you a full package of the reason why I want you to take certain things and why it's phenomenal. So once again, guys, always feel free to go to my website and ask questions and see a lot of research, and we have these phenomenal recipes on there. It's all natural. protein, veggies, and or if you're vegan, have things in there for you as well that can help you be the best you can be. If you like this information, please share with all your friends and family, because again, I'm here to just keep adding value to your life. And Ms. Mills, how much CoQ10 or ubiquitol should you take? And to be honest with you, let me get that information for you. And the only reason why, because CoQ10 and ubiquitol are completely different. I tend to start with about 75 milligrams, but again, the companies that I use, because I stopped using it for a while, because I moved to a different way of treating brain things. Let me check with the companies that I prefer. Again, the Innate, the Mega Foods, and I'll give you the actual readings from what they have. A lot of times they shift those numbers up over a couple of years to see that, especially with Mega Foods, they what they do is they want to treat versus just giving someone enough to survive. And what I like to do my patients to do is make sure that I'm giving you a therapeutic dose. So when I tell you to take maybe 75, it may just be enough just to maintain, a decent health or whatever. Someone who's never had it before, it may help them out. But if you're having issues inside of the brain, I'll try to give you a good therapeutic dose as well. So just hold on to that question. I'll answer that for you a little bit later as well. All right, guys, any more questions, please feel free to definitely hit me down below. And again, if you like this information, please share it. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. God bless.